I can't believe it. He's really gone. Moses was a great servant leader. He was humble, he had a strong sense of justice, and most of all, he loved me and he loved all of us very deeply. But now that he's gone, it's your turn to lead the Israelites into the promised land, Joshua. Everything that I promised Moses is going to be yours. I'll be with you every step of the way, but it's now on you to be strong, to be brave, and to keep my commandments. Got it. Let the Josh fight begin! First things first, we gotta do us some espionage. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go spy on Jericho so we can plot our invasion. You got it, boss. Hey, now there's a place we can hide for the night. She looks like she can keep a secret. Ma'am, are you aware that 2 Israelite spies have entered your, house here?
Yes, but I have no clue where they went. They left the city right before sunset. Okay, you're good to come out now. I'm Rahab, and I've heard all about you guys. How God completely dried up the Red Sea for you to cross, and how you completely destroyed King Og of Bashan. And frankly, I can't wait for this bum town and all the idiots who live here to be next. But would you at least spare me and my family if I keep this a secret?
Alright, sounds like a deal. Hold up. What the heck are you thinking? Doesn't the law say not to make any kind of covenants with the people of these nations? Well, yes and no. When it says not to make covenants with these nations, it means not to make alliances that could lead to us worshiping their boof gods. But since Rahab here has faith in our God, we're okay doing this. Covenant theology, my guy. Rahab is part of a covenant of faith, even though she's not a native Israelite. Ah, okay. I'll let you cook then. Perfect. Make sure you and all your family are gathered in your house, and what's something our guys will recognize as a sign not to destroy the house? Lamb blood?
What?
Okay. You can just tie this red string across your window. It'll be a sign for our soldiers not to attack. Oh, and remember, snitches get stitches. Peace out. Alright, gang. Who's ready to cross the Jordan? Sir, the river is flooding. Priests, take the ark into the river. What happens next is gonna be peak. Let's go! We've crossed the Jordan River. We're officially in the Holy Land now. Let's put down some stones here as a memorial, one for each of the 12 tribes. Now let's get conquering for God's kingdom, boys. And here's Joshi. Run! You'd better run! Oh hey, it's already Passover again. Let's celebrate. Guess that's the last of the manna that we're gonna get. Alright, next stop, Jericho. Hey, you. Whose side are you on? I'm not really on anybody's side, but I am the commander of the Lord's armies. Let me show you something. I've given Jericho over to you. All you need to do is have your priests bring some trumpets to the battle and play them, and the walls will collapse in on themselves. Men, today we march on Jericho. It has been given into our hands by God himself. Priests, sound us off. Soldiers, today is the day we triumph in the name of the Lord. Take none of the gold in Jericho, don't kill anybody in the house with the red string, and apart from that, destroy everything else, especially any idols you see. Charge! Victory! Now, lay a curse on anybody who tries to rebuild this place. It will cost them their oldest son and their youngest. Hey, how about that? There's tons of gold here! Sir, our next target is the city of Ai. It's tumbleweeds out there. We'll be able to capture it in no time with just 3,000 troops. Make it so, Lieutenant. Sir, somehow we took the L and lost 36 men. God, why did we lose? I thought you were with us. Did you break your promise or something? No, you'll always be my children, no matter what you do. But any good father disciplines his own children when they do wrong. Well, what did we do wrong then? Someone from among you hit a lick on some gold idols from Jericho that were devoted to destruction. You were supposed to destroy the idols, not keep them for profit. But once you get rid of him, the uncontested victories will resume. Okay, everyone. We just lost because we got a thief among us. Someone stole the idols from Jericho. Let's find this crook. Achan, was it you? Let's have a look inside that tent there, buddy. Aha! Gold idols from Jericho. So Josh and his Israelites learned a very important lesson that day, that partial obedience to God is really just disobedience in disguise, and that if you toss God's commandments the moment they become inconvenient, then you actually worship something other than God entirely. But sure enough, with sticky-fingered Achan out of the way, God forgives Israel and his plans for them carry on unimpeded, and Israel defeated Ai like it was nothing. And now everybody's sweating bullets now that Israel, God's chosen nation, is in play here, and some of the Hivites from the town of Gibeon tried a devious trick. Okay, we need disguises. Perfect. We're just a bunch of worn-down travelers from a faraway land who fear your God and want to serve you. Promise not to hurt us? Huh. Okay. You have my word. Hold on, Josh. Those lying cornballs are very clearly from Gibeon, the next town over. Oh, I already promised to protect them. And you know we can't break our promise because you know God hates that. You lying cheesecakes are still safe here, but you're also going to be stuck cutting wood for us together. Fair enough, I guess. Wow, their God is merciful too. So just as the Lord promised, everything is going Israel's way, and the Canaanites are in full panic mode. Jericho, the oldest city in the world, has been destroyed. Ai, the only power that's gotten a single W against Israel, has met a similar fate, and Gibeon, which had the best warriors in the region, didn't even bother to fight the Israelites. So 5 of the largest city-states in that region form an alliance led by Adoni-Zedek, the king of Jerusalem, to attack the Gibeonites, probably because they're just too chicken to fight Israel directly. It's my turn to honor my promise. We're going to defend the Gibeonites. Don't be afraid. You know you got this. Afraid? I came here to kick tail and eat manna. And I'm all out of manna. Joshua marched his troops through the night to launch a surprise attack, and it worked. After a brief bit of fighting, the Canaanite forces scattered, and more than half of their army died in a hailstorm. But that's not the best part of that fight. The best part is this. Oh, you want to escape in the night, you cowards? I don't think so. Son, stop moving until we can give these fools what for. Now this miracle is second only to the resurrection in terms of how truly unexplainable it is. And as someone who grew up in a mostly atheist household, I'll keep it a buck here and admit that I still have doubts about miracles like this. But I have to remind myself that the most documented event in ancient history is a miracle, and the miracles still happen to this day, so this isn't really too far beyond the pale. The Bible itself references a lost book called the Book of Jeshar, which has a similar claim, apparently. So Joshua executed the 5 kings he fought against, and then he hanged their bodies on a pole until nightfall, then tossed them in a cave and rolled a stone over the entrance, which was common practice at the time for defeated kings. Harsh, huh? That's the exact kind of humiliation that Jesus willingly went through so that we could be saved from hell. From there, Josh destroyed the remaining Canaanite kingdoms, including a tribe of Nephilim, who he pushed back to the city of Gath, near Gaza today. And by the time his campaign came to an end, Joshua had extinguished 31 kings' tyrannical reigns. And now the Josh fight is over, and now it's time for the Israelite tribes to divide the land among them into inheritances, and finally, to enjoy peace. Josh dedicated the village of Hebron to his buddy Caleb, who had served both him honorably in the war and Moses during the expedition from Egypt, and had been a patriot since the very beginning. But a couple of cities still remain in Canaanite hands, most notably Jerusalem. You might want to remember that one. But sure enough, each of the 12 tribes of Israel is gaining their own territory. And there's still some hope of driving out the rest of the idolatrous Canaanites, but the campaign is not over yet. No, I'm not about to describe all the inheritance claims to you, because the inheritance claims are about as interesting as they sound. But hey, the Bible is too detailed to be called a work of fiction. The Israelites set up their cities of refuge too, for people who have unintentionally killed someone and need a place to hide for a bit, plus a couple of towns in each province for the Levites, just like the law commanded. And they each built some altars too, just so that they'd always remember God. And now, Josh has reached the end of his story. He gave a speech celebrating every promise that God has kept for them, and warns the Israelite people that God is just as capable of dishing out discipline should the nation ever go astray from him. God promised Abraham that his descendants would form a mighty nation, and Moses freedom from slavery, and he fulfilled every promise that he made without fail. So Joshua was able to defeat the powerful Canaanite strongholds. With just a tiny army of desert nomads, he fought tooth and nail to replace a culture of death and human sacrifice with a faithful one that loves the true God and loves its neighbors. At the end of his life, he asked everybody in the nation to choose between serving the Lord or serving the demons that they had fought against. And Joshua, of course, chose to serve the Lord. And his life came to a close after a great and noble fight. Are you ready for a fight of your own against idolatry? Check out this video right here, and until then, stay blessed.